Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has hidden unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure, or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I just love the story of the Samaritan woman in John 4. Jesus had an appointment with her there at that well at noon. He sent his disciples into town. Yeah, it took all 12 of them to go get lunch. While they were gone, Jesus transformed this outcast, adulterous, despised Samaritan woman into the very first evangelist. Whereas most people, even other Samaritan women, would have given her an icy, cold, silent treatment on this hot day, Jesus puts aside all types of prejudice just to talk to her. Then, he announces something very important. Let's start in verse 25. The woman said to him, "I know that Messiah is coming, he who is called the Christ. When he comes, he will tell us all things." Jesus said to her, "I who speak to you am he." Wait a minute, what did he say? He just announced to her, that outcast, adulterous, despised Samaritan woman, that he was the Messiah. He didn't announce it to a crowd or to the temple or even to his 12 disciples first. He announced it to her. Why did he do that? Well, he knew that her heart was open. She was searching for something more, for something she didn't know, for him, and she knew immediately that she'd found it. Imagine the disciples' confusion as they walk up and see Jesus talking to this woman, and then without a word, with amazement on her face, she backs away and runs to town, leaving her water jug. So this woman, we don't even know her name, becomes the first evangelist. With 2 sentences, she brought the whole town to Jesus. She said to them, "Come see a man who told me all I ever did. Can this be the Christ?" Some people believed right then and there. They asked Jesus to stay, and he did. 2 days in a Samaritan town where most Jews wouldn't even set foot. The people in the town said to the woman, "It's no longer because of what you said that we believe, for we have heard for ourselves, and we know that this is indeed the Savior of the world." So what can we learn from this amazing treasure of a story? The first thing is to put cultural prejudices aside. As in Jesus' day, some prejudices are almost expected in our culture. We need to recognize those and completely discount them when God sends someone into our path. I need to treat every person with love and kindness and care like Jesus did. I need to remember that each person is a soul for whom Christ died. Another thing we can learn is to look for divine appointments. In the grocery store, at the library, in the doctor's office, wherever you go, as you go, start conversations, build relationships, share Jesus' love with people. Be on the lookout for divine appointments. Another thing we can learn is that a testimony doesn't have to be long and eloquent to be powerful. The Samaritan woman's testimony was only 2 sentences, but it led the whole town to Jesus. Another thing I learned was that all I need to do is point to Jesus. Then he does the rest. I can't save anyone any more than the Samaritan woman could, but I can lead people to him and let him deal with their hearts. Another thing we can learn is that it doesn't matter how dirty someone is. Jesus can clean them up. He did for me, and he did for the Samaritan woman, and he can do it for you too. No one is ever too bad for Jesus to save. If you'd like more information, write to me. I'd also like to hear about ways that you've pointed other people to Jesus. You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com and check out our new website. You can find the address in the description below. I'm Carla Early, and thanks for listening. And remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.